Coppage, Crotchety Old Geek, CEO Simplex-IT, and this is the third and final episode of how I spent my time here at ChannelCon. Essentially, the conference is now over. Everybody's going their separate ways, all that kind of fun stuff. I'm actually going to be here for another day. Bottom line, I don't like traveling during the business day, and I don't like taking red eyes during the week, so I will be offline the next business day. So I'm actually hanging here in Las Vegas for a day. But what did I do? And what value did I get? And what value did I hopefully share? Bottom line is, it was some pretty good stuff. Again, half hour, 45-minute seminars going on. There was stuff on automation. There was stuff on finances. What is profitability? How do we define gross versus net profit? How do we deal with expenses, recurring versus one-time, that kind of fun stuff. Really good discussions about strategic vendor partnerships. What makes good vendors for that sort of thing. That was good. And then I actually participated, was one of the panelists for creating killer social media videos that I was dragged into by Barb Paluskovich of CDN Technologies, a friend of mine. She's the CEO up there. And also Rich Freeman was pretty much the moderator of it with Channel Master. And it was interesting because Barb and I have very, very different approaches to creating video content. But the neat thing is, both of us realize that it's not necessarily one's not right, one's not wrong. And we really talked about it from a standpoint of organizations who are looking to become, to start becoming video creators. So that was cool from that aspect of it. And then there's some other stuff going on. And then there's, of course, talks with vendors, talks with other managed service providers. Had some really good conversations with a couple people about how to write a book. What is the best process? Because, written 3 of them. And speaking of books, it was actually kind of cool because Alan Edwards gave me a copy of his book, Process and the Other P Word, which is also process. And it's interesting because I forgot that Alan and I met when I was in Paris a few years ago, speaking at DattoCon Paris, and he was having a writer's block about finishing the book. And he and I, we did actually a 5K. Yes, I did a 5K. And we talked about it, and he remembered that and remembered me and said that I kind of gave him the insight to finish his book. I think he was saying that as a compliment. I don't know, but it actually looks like a cool book. Then we got Brad Gross, who is our attorney here at Simplex-IT, specializes in the IT and the managed service. And he gave me not one, but 2 copies of his book, Wisdom and Witticisms from an MSP Attorney. And he was good enough to sign and give write a note on both of them. And it's interesting. Here's the first one. And here's the second one that he felt needed to be more sincere. I prefer the first one. That's just me. And then I also got a autographed copy of the MSP Owner's Handbook, Sassy Edition, Software as a Service, by Juan Fernandez, Matt Lee, Wes Spencer, and Marnie Stockman. You may know Matt and Marnie, who've both been guests on my podcast, and I think Wes were talking about scheduling something. This one, not only did I get an autographed copy, not only did the author sign it, but also I had Matt's wife, Kat, sign it because she is very responsible for Matt's success. And Matt will be the first one to tell you that. Kat, on the other hand, will be the last one to tell you that. But the thing is this also, it's a great book, but I also wrote one of the forewords for it. So they asked me to do that. So that was kind of cool. And then I also got a copy of Mick Ebling. I talked about him, the initial keynote, Not Impossible, Do What Can't Be Done. So I got a lot of reading to do. And like I said, I'm actually going to be here in Vegas throughout. It's Thursday night right now. And yes, there was the traditional Thursday night party from last night, Wednesday night, and a very, very lighter networking thing tonight. Neither of those are my big deal. But I'm going to basically try to catch up tomorrow at work and then be back in the office by Monday. Was this useful? Does this give you some idea of what kind of stuff we do at these conferences? Let me know in the comments below. And I'll catch you later. Bye.